So this vlog isn't exactly like the rest of our vlogs, and that's because unfortunately Lucie lost her nanan while we were in Da Nang, so there's not as much fun things happening, there's not as much clips that were filmed.
We did still do some bits, but we just want this channel to be authentic and an exact replica of our memories and feelings at the time. And obviously losing a grandparent is a huge thing to have happened at the other side of the world, but we have decided to keep travelling because
you'd already said your goodbyes to her because she's been on
she's had Alzheimer's for a very long time.
You knew it would probably happen while we were away,
and it's a bit different being able to travel with Josh because he's my support system. So if I am upset, I have someone I love with me to comfort me, whereas if you was travelling by yourself it would probably be a lot different. Just in honour of my nan, I wrote a bit of a letter on the day that I found out, and whilst Josh was out I read it out. I just think it's the best way to put it into words. So if you don't want to listen to that, just skip like 3 minutes. I was woken by a call at 3 AM this morning telling me that my beautiful nan had passed. After a long battle with Alzheimer's, I was aware that the time was near. I had a very special goodbye with her last year before I left England, and have been lucky enough to FaceTime my dad every weekend when he was with her to be able to chat a bit more. If I'm completely honest, I never expected my nana to have had this much time left with us. Last year I had come to terms with the likelihood that I would never see her again, knowing I was going away for so long, but as the date of our flight home approached, I did start getting my hopes up that I would see her again at Christmas. The disappointment that I won't is quite hard to bear. Navigating grief is so hard, and even more so from the other side of the world. Do I keep exploring and cherishing these experiences? Or do I lay in bed and cry all day? Do I fly home? All are questions that have been running through my head all morning, and heartbreakingly, this is not the first time this year. The truth is, grief has no guide and no one size fits all. Finding out my nan had passed this morning sent me numb. In all honesty, I got up and went to see the sunrise, then explored Marble Mountains. I've ignored messages from all my family because the guilt I felt for my lack of immediate sorrow. But I know from experience that tomorrow, when I've processed everything, I will most likely be paralysed with sadness. But I also know that my grief will come in waves and that won't last forever. I will remember my nan and B from when she was well. Her meat and potato pies, her silly games at our family parties and sleepovers in the attic. But I'll also remember the more tender times after we lost her to Alzheimer's. Walking her up the garden, hunting for her false teeth every time she lost them, and painting her nails for her. Both versions of my nan were kind, funny and loving. But somehow I feel closer to her now. I feel her with me, ready to join me on the rest of the adventure that this year has in store for me. 2024 so far has undoubtedly been the best and worst year of my life. I have had highs so high that I felt like I could touch the stars, and lows so low that I felt anchored to the spot where I lay. My grief will continue pulsating through me in waves, and feeling each and every emotion deeply is an immensely hard but beautiful thing. I vow to do my best to continue to ride the highs and surrender to the lows. I am so incredibly lucky and grateful to have so much love around me, both here on earth and from a place we do not consciously know of. I feel it all so strongly, and I will never take that for granted. Nan, whatever comes next in this life, you deserve the best of it. To the most selfless, warm-hearted, lovely lady, it was a privilege to be your granddaughter. It's 5 AM and we're nowhere near Da Nang, and we just got told to get off the bus, and another bus has pulled up. The driver's paid him some money and he's got us on. So we're on our way to Da Nang. Good morning from Da Nang. We survived the night bus and I slept for a lot of it. Josh didn't, so he's currently in bed. We paid for an early check-in, so he's in bed having a sleep and I'm going for a coffee. We got a mango passion fruit smoothie to share and it's so good.
The size of that thing. Yeah, it's just come out of the kitchen. It's like twice the size of mine, I'm jealous.
We just tried to come to this pool bar club thing, but you have to have a ticket. We don't have a ticket, so guess we're not going to the pool. So we just kind of snuck into a rooftop pool in a hotel.
Yeah, so it's a 22nd floor pool at the top of a 4-star hotel that we are not staying in.
Yeah, and we just bought a drink and they said, oh, do you want to put your room number or pay now? We was like, ran out of storage as always, but we just said, pay now I think, and literally no one questioned us, so
Top travel hack. But we are out and about, we've just come for a bit of dinner. This was a really high rated restaurant and it's
full. We have a number.
Yeah, it's busy to the point of waiting for a table. But yeah, there it is. That was 100,000 dong well spent. It's a lot cheaper if you ask for no seafood. Heading for some dessert because I'm losing weight rapidly. My shorts are falling down all the time. So we're at Vera's Cakes. They love their karaoke over here. We've gone for the tiramisu and a cup of brownies.
Yeah?
That's amazing, yeah. Some coffee is so good.
Very fudgy. Nuts as well.
Nuts? Hazelnuts.
I'm not sure what nuts. It's not even 5 AM and we've come to the beach to watch the sunrise and there are so many people swimming and exercising, it's unreal.
Way busier than during the day yesterday.
I can't believe how many, look at the sea.
The sea is full, like,
What
wow.
the hell? We've had breakfast and we're off to the Marble Mountains. But we're trying to do it the cheap way and get the bus, but we've asked like 3 people and no one knows where, like, what the bus is or where it is.
Yeah, Google Maps said it's the number 2 and we get on it at this hotel and it takes us most of the way. But we've asked for this hotel and they don't know of any bus, so we're just going to get a grab and hopefully there's a bus that comes back towards here.
I'm literally dripping in sweat.
I know. It's only 8 AM, but
It's hot down here, I can't imagine it at midday.
yeah, it's difficult to avoid the heat.
We're literally like the only people in here, so Coming early is great. So we've just been in the cave. You have to get a separate ticket for the elevator and to go up the thingy, so we just got a second ticket.
We're at the top of the elevator. Got to explore. That hotel looks absolutely insane. We found that there's heaps of mozzies at the top, so definitely bring your spray up for sure. Climbing these stairs is a rather sweaty affair.
We've been given a cold white in this marble shop, which is so nice. Josh just got a new Vietnam cap that I'm modelling for him. It was 50,000, we got it half price.
It looks a bit better on her.
We managed to actually find the bus this time.
Yeah, so this is the bus we should have got on to the Marble Mountain, but we couldn't find it. Yeah, it's only 10,000 dong each, which is 30 pence each. Easy peasy.
It's very, very hot at midday, so we have ordered some food back at the room.
Yeah,
so we can cool down.
Blasting.
We're heading out for an Indian.
Yeah, it's halfway to the Dragon Bridge, which we're going to see. It's only lit up at the weekend.
9 PM on weekends.
Yeah, and it's not the weekend, unfortunately, but we'll go see it anyways.
We've got a garlic naan, a paneer butter masala curry, and
Curry looks amazing.
it does, doesn't it? A vegetable biryani, which also looks really good. So when you eat a curry, do you finish off your curry sauce like a soup if you finish like all your naan or all your rice, or do you just leave it? Personally, I leave it. We just finished editing and realised how abruptly that
I know, yeah.
vlog
It was a bit of a mess of a vlog, and we do apologise for that. The rest won't be under the same circumstances. They'll be back to normal, so definitely carry on watching or watch previous vlogs for sure.
But thank you for watching anyways, if you made it this far. Yeah, like and subscribe for some better vlogs.
Thank you.